Hey guys, I just thought I'd give you a quick update as to why I haven't been uploading this last week. Um, as some of you know, my mum not been well, and she was put into hospital again. And this time around, it just got so much worse. And she died yesterday morning. And so leading up to that, I was traveling a lot to the hospital to see her. Um, it's weird because yesterday I was out when I found out the news yesterday morning. I had like people coming over to the house to sort the garden out, and I had to get the garden sorted. So I sort of kept busy all day, and I suppose it sort of it confused me a bit because you're gonna have to excuse like a bit of teariness. It's impossible for me to do a video and update you without having it shedding a tear. I mean, I'll be here all day, stopping and restarting, editing, like just cutting out all the, it's you just have to deal with it. I'm sorry. Uh, but yesterday I was just so busy shoveling sand, mixing up cement, laying slabs, talking to the chippy, and I was a bit confused. I was like, it was just a roller coaster of emotions. Even when my sister called me, I was just sort of stunned, shocked. I knew it was going to happen, but in the same breath, there was part of me just thought, no, it can't be. This can't happen, and she will be okay. I'm just really glad that. I mean, obviously, I went to see her in the hospital, and then my sister called me and she says, Ben, she's got even more, like she was just, her health was deteriorating as the days went on. And I went to see her and I sort of said some goodbyes and stuff like that and thank yous, which was half-heartedly, I think, not because I didn't mean it. It was more like because I had family members around me and we are all around her and stuff like that. And I felt like I didn't really get to say what I wanted to say. And then um my sister called me and she says, Ben, it's even worse now, so do you want to come and see her again to say your final words? I said, yeah, I do, but when I do, can I have some, like, time alone with her? And she was like, of course, yeah, don't even have to ask. And so I said my final words, so yeah. So the reason I haven't been uploading, is because I've mentally not been able to uh I've mentally not been able to push out videos. And I thought to myself, maybe I could do like UFO videos, alien videos, which isn't so like, hey guys, how's it going? Like, welcome to Caspersight. But I just thought, no, I need to go see her as much as I can, and give myself a bit of a break. Concentrate on the garden. I've got to be honest with you, like just sort of being in the house alone, recording this video, talking to you. I mean, I spoke to obviously my wife yesterday, and I was still in a bit of shell shock. I mean, obviously I shed a tear, but I was more just shocked. I couldn't work it out in my head. I suppose sitting here now talking to you, being on my own, yeah, it sort of brings it all out. The hardest part is, I think when I think to myself like I'm never going to see her again, that's when it hits home. I'm never going to see her again. So I'm gonna take my time. This video has probably helped me. I think, just letting it off my chest and talking to you. I'm going to, take my time and get on the videos when I feel it's right, when I feel that I can do it, and it's not I don't know, when it's not forced. Like, I'm talking about my reactions, I don't want to sit here and force a reaction. But I woke up this morning and I did feel okay. I think it's also because when I feel like I'm so thankful that I went to see and said my final words. Just me and her alone in a room. I said some final things to her, and that really made me feel so good about it, And she literally, died the next morning. So I've got no regrets. But while I suppose what I would say is, what upset me, and maybe this, I suppose I want to give you a little message at the end of this as well, because we all say it and we all tell each other, and I think sometimes it goes to default why we say each other, It's like I said the other day, so I haven't been uploading much. It was Easter and I've been spending some time with my family and stuff, and people don't say sorry. Of course I'm not sorry that I'm spending time with my family. It's in my nature to apologize to people. Like, when people are looking forward to my videos, I know you're not standing on eggshells, we're just hoping on the edge of your seat, hoping for me to upload a video. But when I notice that it makes people laugh and entertained, or whatever you get from my videos, when you don't get that, I feel sorry that you don't get it. So I'm saying sorry. I'm not saying sorry that I be with my family, but what I was going to say is there was something that I noticed when my mum died, or was getting very ill, like really ill, where we knew that she wasn't going to make it through. There was one night that I went onto Facebook because I wanted to see her picture. Now, I'm not on Facebook much, I've got to be honest with you. Like my personal Facebook. But when I went onto her profile, I felt really bad because the posts that she did, I didn't like them, or I didn't heart them and stuff. And it's because I didn't see it. But every post that she did was, it was like resharing people that are in need or help, or someone's lost. Little sort of poems about spirits and being spiritual and loving yourself and being strong, you know, like that's all her posts were every day. And I felt so bad that I didn't like, that I didn't have my finger on the pulse to be connected to her in that way, you know, to like her, to comment. And also recent photos. Didn't have much recent photos of me and her together. So I know that everybody like says this, right? But it's made me realize, no matter what's going on in your life, what, how good you feel, how bad you feel, like cherish every single moment with your family members, and don't take it for granted, because it's I've noticed as well, it's like the little details in life that stick. It's not the big grand things, the little details that I remember and that are important. So I'm sorry this is a bit of a downer for you, and I said to my sister about this, like I haven't uploaded for a while, and she says, well, let them know. She says, you're probably going to get emotional, but just let them know. And it's true, you know, when your mum dies, it's like it hurts. It really hurts. And everyone always says it, but she was such a lovely, loving person. So if you've got to the end of this, I really appreciate it. I hope you understand, and I am going to take my time, but it's not going to be long. I think that, like I say, we knew this was happening, and I think that maybe that was part of the reason why it didn't hit me so much yesterday, is because I knew it was happening. And I got to be honest with you, there's some part of a little bit of relief because of the pain that she was in. And I don't want to get into the details of, you know, what she was like and things like that, but it wasn't nice to see your mum, like, you know, in distress the way she was. So yeah, we're gonna take the time, and next upload that you see will be when I'm ready for it. Okay. Thanks, guys. I really appreciate it, and yeah, Love to all.